Hi everyone, my name is Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. They also call me Mahatma Gandhi. Children call me Bapu. Let me tell you all something about myself. I was born on 2nd October 1869 in Porbandar, Gujarat. My father's name is Karamchand Gandhi and mother's name is Putalibai. At the age of 13, I was married to Kasturba, which was an arranged marriage. I had 4 sons, namely Harilal, Manilal, Ramdas, and Devdas. As a child, I was very naughty and mischievous. I was born and raised in a vegetarian family, but getting along with friends, I started eating meat. I also cultivated the habit of smoking, but at a point I realized this was wrong. Even though I was scared of admitting this to my father, I went and told him and vowed to him that I would never commit such mistakes again. Rather than screaming or being angry with me, he hugged me. Moving on to my education, I did my primary education up to the 7th year at Porbandar, then continued my education at Rajkot. Once, an inspector of schools visited the school. The teacher dictated some English words. I had spelled the word kettle incorrectly. The teacher noticed this and made signs to me to correct it from copying it from my neighbor. But I did not do so. I felt that the same teacher who had taught me that copying was bad was not right in prompting me to do so. Still, my respect for my teacher did not grow less. When I was 19 years old, I went to England to become a barrister. I obtained the degree of barrister at law and started practicing law in South Africa. Once, I had to make a journey by train, so I bought a first-class ticket. During the journey, an officer of the railway asked me to vacate my seat for a white man and to move to the van on the train. But I refused. The railway officials, with the help of the police, had my things thrown out along with me. I was subject to untold shame. This incident transformed me. I started an organization and called it the Natal Indian Congress. It was to carry on the struggle of the Indians against racial discrimination. I also started a newspaper called The Indian Opinion. The paper became an organ to give information about the struggle. I stayed in South Africa for nearly 21 years to fight against racial discrimination against Indian settlers. I propagated the concept of satyagraha. Satya means truth and agraha is firmness. It was the use of soul force against brute force or violence. I trained men, women, and children as volunteers. I called my band a peace brigade. I won my battle when finally the South African government gave in to my demands. I then became a world-renowned person. I soon earned the title of Mahatma. Maha means great and Atma means soul among Indians all over the world. I came back to India in 1915 and built an ashram on the banks of the Sabramati river near Ahmedabad. It was called the Satyagraha Ashram. The way of life that I practiced there was known as Sarvodaya, the well-being of all. I fought peacefully for many causes and succeeded in persuading the government to abolish many abuses against the laborers in Bihar, the Kaira peasants in Gujarat, etc. My role in Indian independence movement. In 1915, when I returned to India permanently, I joined the Indian National Congress with Gopal Krishna Gokhale as my mentor. I also led movements like the Non-Cooperation Movement, Swadeshi Movement, Dandi March, Civil Disobedient Movement, Swaraj, Quit India Movement against the British government. So, finally, with all of our efforts, India was free from the British rule and gained independence. Here are some things I want to tell you. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. It is health that is real wealth and not pieces of gold and silver. Even if you are a minority of one, the truth is the truth. I felt so nice talking to y'all and sharing about my life with y'all. Our dear Mahatma Gandhi ji. Our dear Mahatma Gandhi ji, the father of our nation, with love we call you Bapu. He is our country's greatest inspiration. Gandhi, born in Porbandar, studied in London, got a job in South Africa, died in India. Truth and non-violence was his strength. He lived a life of simplicity. Swadeshi was his weapon against the British. Khadi was his favorite garment. Forgiveness, simplicity, perseverance were his values. Non-violence, truth and love were his principles. He led the Sarvodaya movement for the progress of all and Satyagraha movement for the justice for all. Truth and non-violence were his only weapons with which he brought us freedom. The world calls him Mahatma, the one whose teachings and lessons still continue to inspire us. He is the main reason for the independent India we have today. All we can say is we thank you, Bapu, the father of our nation. We will remember you over generations. हमारे प्यारे बापू, बापू हमारे प्यारे हैं, राष्ट्रपिता हमारे हैं, सच की राह पर चलना सिखाया, अहिंसा का पाठ पढ़ाया। पोरबंदर में पैदा हुए, लंदन में की पढ़ाई, दक्षिण अफ्रीका में काम किया, भारत लौटकर आए वे। सत्य अहिंसा को उपहार कर अंग्रेज़ों का गढ़ के सामना किया। स्वदेशी आंदोलन करके सभी स्वदेशी वस्तुओं का उपयोग करें, ये दिलासा किया। उन्होंने सभी की प्रगति के लिए सर्वोदय आंदोलन का नेतृत्व किया और सबके न्याय के लिए सत्याग्रह आंदोलन का। खादी कपड़े पहने वो, हाथ में लाठी लेकर, दुबले से पतले से थे वो, चलते सीना थाम कर। सत्य और अहिंसा ही उनका एकमात्र हथियार था, जिसके साथ उन्होंने हमें स्वतंत्र भारत दिया। दुनिया उन्हें महात्मा कहती है, जिनकी शिक्षाएं और सबक आज भी हमें प्रेरित करती हैं। वे इसका मुख्य कारण है आज हमारे पास स्वतंत्र भारत है। हम बस इतना कह सकते हैं कि अपने राष्ट्रपिता बापू, आपका धन्यवाद। आप हमारे साथ हमेशा रहेंगे।
बस जीवन में ये याद रखना, सच और मेहनत का सदा साथ रखना। बापू तुम्हारे साथ हैं, हर बच्चे के पास हैं। सच्चाई जहाँ भी है वहाँ उनका वास है। ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम, सबको सम्मति दे भगवान। बोले तो गांधी जयंती और गांधीगिरी जिंदाबाद। महात्मा गांधी जयंती की शुभकामना। सच्चाई का लेकर शस्त्र और अहिंसा का ले अस्त्र। तूने अपना देश बचाया, गोरों को तो दूर भगाया, दुश्मन से प्यार किया, मानव पर उपकार किया। गांधी करते तुम्हें नमन, तुझे चढ़ाते प्रेम सुमन। महात्मा गांधी जयंती की शुभकामना। बापू के सपनों को फिर से सजाना है, देकर लहू का कतरा इस चमन को बचाना है। बहुत गालियां हमने आज़ादी के गानों को, अब हमें भी देशभक्ति का फर्ज निभाना है। ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम, सबको सम्मति दे भगवान। बोले तो गांधी जयंती और गांधीगिरी जिंदाबाद। हैप्पी गांधी जयंती।
To give pleasure to a single heart by a single act is better than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. Remembering the teachings of the great leader on his birth anniversary, let's salute one of the great soul of India. Gandhiji is a man of self-belief. Let's follow the footsteps of Gandhiji and walk always on the right path with peace. Wishing you a very happy Gandhi Jayanti. We call him the father of the nation. We call him Mahatma. We call him Bapu because he always inspired us as a nation. Let us all follow the path of truth and wisdom and pay homage to our father of the nation on this day. Let's remember the Mahatma who shook the world in a gentle way. Wishing you a happy Gandhi Jayanti.
बस जीवन में ये याद रखना, सच और मेहनत का सदा साथ रखना। बापू तुम्हारे साथ हैं, हर बच्चे के पास हैं। सच्चाई जहाँ भी है वहाँ उनका वास है। ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरे नाम, सबको सम्मति दे भगवान। बोले तो गांधी जयंती और गांधीगिरी जिंदाबाद। महात्मा गांधी जयंती की शुभकामना।